Today's video, I'd like to share with you the devices I use to help me lose over 110 pounds and counting. Hello, my name is Anthony Scott and welcome to The Heavyweight. Today's video, I'd like to share with you the devices I use to help me lose over 110 pounds and counting. How did I do that, you might ask? Well, we're living in a time where medical technology allows you to listen to your bodies. If we listen to our bodies, we're able to give it what it needs to thrive mentally, physically, and nutritionally. Our body is always trying to tell us what it needs and how it feels, but we tune it out. I think partly because we don't know what to do or to give the body what it needs. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 devices I use to listen to my body and the changes I was able to make to help me really change the way I'm living and begin to thrive. So if you know of anyone who's benefited from this video, please share, like, and subscribe. And also stay into the end to hear about the most important device that I use to lose over 110 pounds. And also, please stay because there's a time when I want you guys to suggest technologies that we should test here at The Heavyweight. The number one device that I use is a smartwatch. A smartwatch really gives you a glimpse into what's going on into your body. And it also has changed. I've been wearing a smartwatch for more than a decade, and they've evolved from the times of counting steps. Don't get me wrong, counting steps is and was a pivotal part to me attempting to achieve better mental, physical, and nutritional health. But the smartwatches on the market today are so much more. Smartwatches can connect with other devices to give you a more holistic view into your health. I use my smartwatch to ensure I moved every day. Leading up to my mental and physical health crises, I found working long days tied to my desk, I found myself, and I was not moving at all. I had around 2,000 steps a day, and I went from having 15 to 20,000 steps a day when I lived in New York to the pandemic, living in California, and barely moving. The smartwatch really is important to help me reference and see what's going on. It was very important in me moving every day. And if you want to hear about my origin story about how I survived the mental and physical health crises, please click on the link below and you can see that video as well. But back to the smartwatch. I use my smartwatch to work on my sleep. I also use it to track other important elements like VO2 max. Smartwatches are really good. Number 2 is a smart scale. Like a lot of people, I have a love-hate relationship with my scale. It was not until I gave myself grace and forgiveness that I was able to use my scale and listen to what it was trying to say. I hated weighing myself because in the past, I was working out so much and it seemed like I would never go down, I would never lose weight. Smart scales give you BMI, metabolic age, muscle mass, visceral fat, and basal metabolic rate, and more. I was able to sync the data from my scale to my smartwatch to help inform my health and nutritional journey. Finally, I would say that it wasn't until I accepted the fact that whether I got on the scale or not, that I was able to jump on that baby. And by doing this, I allowed myself to live in the present and not worry about the number and focus on my ability to make better health care decisions. With that data that's coming from it, it's really important for you to use a smart scale. And number 3, the most important device I use to transform my life is, and if you want to hear about the story about the 300-calorie sausage edge cheese biscuit, like I said, go to my YouTube page and see the origin story. But a continuous glucose monitor does just that. It monitors your glucose. This gives you real-time feedback, and I use this to help me lose 110 pounds. I think because I live in the United States, where most of our diets are heavy in carbohydrates and processed food. And because of this, I have developed insulin resistance, and my insulin levels are very high. And while your insulin levels are high, your body can't access the stored fat as energy, and you will not lose weight. Wearing a CGM helped me listen to my body by eating various foods to see how my body responded. I would eat foods considered low glycemic And also I would eat foods that were high glycemic. I would then take a look at my CGM to see the real-time impact of what I ate on my blood sugar. And most importantly, insulin. I learned through my CGM how to listen to my body and adjust my diet and exercise to address my high blood sugar, i.e. insulin levels. I quickly learned to walk 15 to 20 minutes after I ate a meal if my blood sugar spiked. This would allow me to lower my insulin levels and blood glucose, and then also allow my body to access the stored fat as energy and me to lose weight. I've worn a CGM every day for about 1.5 years, and I don't wear it every day now. But the funny story is that when I left my job and I got on a new insurance company, they contacted me about my CGM prescription. They told me that CGMs are not indicated for pre-diabetics. And so I thought this was really funny because I've worked at market access and insurance and pricing globally around the world. First off, I just survived a mental and physical health crisis unbeknownst to my insurance company. Secondly, I used my CGM to help me make changes of how I ate and lose over, at that time, 80 pounds. The math of economics of benefits of me not becoming full-blown type 2 diabetic and remaining pre-diabetic and not needing the full care of someone living with type 2 diabetes, let's just say the math is not mathing. But that's a story for another day, because I've worked in access and evidence generation and insurance for over 25 years, and we can talk about that later. But needless to say, I still use a CGM to this day. I don't wear it every day because I do a lot of sauna and cold plunge, heat work, and because of that, it's very sensitive. The sensor can be disrupted. So I just prick my finger, but if I'm not going to be doing that type of thing, then I will wear my CGM. So there you have it. Those are the 3 devices that I've used to help me lose over 110 pounds and counting. Now, here's the part where I'm asking for your help. Are there any devices or technology out there that you're curious about that you think that we could test here at the Heavyweight? Let me know. Leave a comment, shoot me an email at anthony@anthonyscott.com, and we'll reach out to the company and get the device and we'll test it. Thanks a lot. Great seeing you. Have a wonderful day and keep fighting, contenders. See you next time.